everybody, and welcome to my review of The Adventures of Clutch Powers. So, it's less of a review and more of a recap and talking about the plot and stuff, but you just get the general idea. That's what most people call a review anyway. So I'm just going to go with it. So, right, we begin off with a blank wall, and then a drill bursts through it. Bam! And then a mysterious figure hops out of it. And it's Clutch Powers. Hey, that's part of the movie's name. So then Clutch is looking for a crystal to power Lego City. Wow, I know. How original is Lego City? So he's searching for a crystal for Lego City, and he finds a bunch of crystals in this cave, and he tries to take a bunch of them, and then he finds a massive one. He's like, this could power Lego City for years, and then he rips it out. And then this really scary rock monster, this really big rock monster comes out of nowhere and comes running after Clutch. Clutch has the crystal and stuff, yada yada yada, more running away, a mech, Clutch builds a giant mech and fights the monster, and it's actually pretty cool and, stuff like that. So Clutch eventually goes and builds something, yada yada yada, ends up in a tunnel. We find out that the rock thing that he has is the rock monster's baby. Shocker. And then the rock monster gives Clutch one of his rocks off his shoulder, and then we get the opening of Clutch Powers with a epic song. I walk alone. I'm at the top of my game, I'm ready to sing. I never even want to nothing, 'cause I walk alone. I walk alone. And then we see the title card, and also the Lego City building, and a bunch of people, because everybody loves the Clutch Powers and stuff, and if you couldn't tell by the song, he works alone. And then he comes back to the agency, gives his boss the crystal, and turns out a bunch of criminals have broken out of a space prison. I wonder what that could be to do with. Maybe space police? Sorry, I was getting off topic there. But, sorry. Where was I? Oh yeah. This happens and this happens. Then he meets Brick. Yes, Brick. How original. Brick, Bernie, and what's that girl's name? Oh, and Peg. I forgot her name for a minute. And Peg, and he's like, and the chief's like, oh yeah, you gotta go with these guys. And Clutch is like, no, I work alone. The chief's like, no, you're gonna have to not work alone, you're gonna have to work with these lot, 'cause you need help. And then they meet off the thingy who's a Clutch Powers #1 fanboy. Wow. #1 fanboy. Nice to know, but anyways, yada yada yada, mini spaceship, massive spaceship, zoom, and they're off on their way to space. I can't believe I'm saying this, but yes, they are off their way into space. Lego figures are off into space. In Lego figure suits and yada yada yada, stuff happens. Brick almost crashes the plane because he's Brick. Yada yada yada. Clutch's dad has vanished, yada yada yada, more stuff. They get into the prison, the Omega symbol and stuff, yada yada yada. They're in the prison now, and they're breaking into a prison, and like, funny joke, I've never heard of anyone breaking into a prison. That's funny. And then they find the Watchman, who's inside of this massive jar, who sent them the message from earlier, and there's these evil three dudes that have escaped from prison, and, well, you get the general idea, yada yada yada, magic, cloak dude's magic guy, magic, find out there's the Watchman in this tube thing where the Omega character was supposed to be, but we'll never get a sequel to Clutch Powers. Please, can we have a sequel to Clutch Powers? But anyway, aside me wanting a sequel to this movie, yada yada yada, spaceship blown up, pew pew pew, stuff happens, builds a spaceship, doesn't look quite right, Clutch builds much better spaceship. They go down to planet. They've located I'm just gonna call them Manamana. So Manamana is the wizard that has escaped from the prison. Now they gotta go find the king, son, Prince Varen, to run errands. Funny joke I just made. But with stupid jokes out the window, yada yada yada, they build a machine. Clutch goes find Varen. Varen's not good at fighting. He meets the ogre, and he's quite nice, and Clutch builds a massive bridge. Clutch is a master builder, and he was the first ever master builder in the world. I'm just joking, of course. Brick's a master builder and stuff. Yada yada yada. More stuff happens. There's a dwarf that doesn't look like a dwarf, but is a dwarf apparently. And then yada yada yada. Uninked Iron Speech. They all go to face Malekith, thingy, whatever, Missipiter. It's whatever I called him earlier. They go to find the evil wizard, and then Prince Varen and the ogre and all the other knights. Then fight. All of them walk away, and they're like, "Nope, I'm not doing this. I'm out. Goodbye." But then yada yada yada, more stuff happens. They think of building something. They rescue Clutch and Varen, who've been putting in the caves after having a fight with evil wizard dude, and then more shenanigans and fighting and punching and all that good fight stuff, and then more stuff and just like stuff, and then they defeat Malik Libidu person, that person character, evil wizard dude, and then yada yada yada. They completed their mission. They leave with evil dude wizard thing and take him back to where he belongs, which is prison. And then we get a yada 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 ending. Now they've got to go after another evil bad guy for a sequel that will never exist. Well, he does show up in Ninjago, so yeah, I guess that's on the plus side. That's really good. I don't know. He shows up in Ninjago or whatever, just like I just said, and then we end on a closing shot of them all zooming off into the distance into their next adventure. And that's the end of the adventures of Clutch Powers and my review recap thingy. Anyway, guys, hope you've all enjoyed today's video. Drop a like and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye bye.